the way, since internet's being screwy, what will I main in Warlords of Draenor? I've been pretty adamant about maining the monk. I can't really justify it right now. The tanking monk is bound to get nerfed because it is so OP. They changed our statue, however, to now just be Mocking Banner, which I really do not like. It pulls his threat out. Threat is not an issue. It hasn't been an issue all like Mist Pandaria, so yeah, GG. We've got next the Pally. I can play all three specs reasonably well. I've seen worse players than me, especially in Holy. I like playing the Holy Pally. I really do. Spammy as a motherfucker, but you go boom so fast. Ret Pally. On beta, I know how to play it. It's really bursty and it doesn't really do damage. So, but luckily there's not really scaling done, so you can still do that. Another one, maybe the DPS Warrior. It may be because right now I've tried playing it, and people are saying like, "Oh, well, how dare you get rid of heroic strikes?" Heroic strike doesn't serve much of a purpose. It really doesn't. In fact, they're replacing it. It's fine. The only spec that gets heroic strike is tank. So yeah, heroicstrike.org. Feel free to go to that website. It's really interesting. DPS Warrior, probably Arms, but Arms is going to get hit with the nerf that really hard, I'm saying, because it's really OP. Fury is playing fine, but the damage is way, way down there. It might be a DPS Warrior. It really might be. If I can get it and boost it. I have access to all but the Druid, the Shaman, and the Mage. I just have to hope that, Frank's not too attached to playing his warrior, or if I can boost a warrior. Because like I said, it's nothing. The intro experience in Warlords of Draenor is actually a joke if you're geared. I think people were clearing it in under half an hour, really well geared at least. Because you go in there, it's boosted 90s, and it's still not that bad. It's fine. Anyways, yeah, I just did that. That just happened live on camera. I don't know what. I do not know what I'm going to make. And really, at this point, it's a toss-up. Until the 6.0 changes hit, I'm not really going to be able to choose, because I don't want to play a class that's weak and I don't enjoy. And I don't want to play a class that's strong that I don't enjoy, which is why I don't play the Broken Warlock. Which Warlocks are complaining about being able to spam Chaos Bolt, and never before would I think that I love the Warlock. But when they realize that there is something wrong with being able to spam Chaos Bolt. Obviously, the AoE Chaos Bolt isn't a problem, but they're like, dude, we have so many burning embers, we can't get rid of them fast enough. Yeah, really leveling players realize that the problem is actually a problem. I don't know, and right now I've told everyone, it's like, you know what, I'll play my monk, might transfer my palette. As it stands right now, I do have 3 open invitations to guilds planning to go mythic. Planning. I trialed with them on my monk. Wasn't that bad. In normal, I was getting a lot of shit from the tanking monk officer, and I pretty much told him like everything he was telling me was complete dog shit. Like, oh well, for Garrosh you want Rushing Jadewind. No, you don't. You only really AoE a lot in the first phase. I'm not going to cheese the meters in the first phase. I've got Zoom. It's fine. It's 30 seconds. Doesn't cost me anything. I can still keep doing my regular abilities. Why do you have your clone outs? Dealing more damage, just adding a dive, just doing whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. No, why do you have diffuse magic? Line that up with Touch Karma. You have a cooldown for every Whirling Corruption. So I don't know what I'm going to play. Like I said, the Pallies, I can play all 3 specs. It's not really that difficult to play a prop Pally, especially right now on Warlords of Draenor at 100 with all the perks. Dude, Avenger Shield, loving it. DKs, Blood DKs did get nerfed to the fucking ground In fact, right now they are weak. It used to be they were so overpowered they could solo entire instances. Now they are so weak that even the people who hate them are saying, like, guys, you need to buff this class again. Like changing over the runic power requirement for conversion really fucked him over. No initial tick. You could have just left it at that. You didn't have to boost the runic power. Uh, so I might play that. Like, right now, the warrior is really fun. I played both the AoE spec and the single target spec. Obviously, numbers don't mean anything, and I can't figure out how the fuck to get an add-on on beta, so I've been that guy that asks for the damage meters. And always ask at the right point. Like if I'm running that AoE spec, I ask for it after an AoE fight. If I'm running a single target spec, I ask for it after the single target boss patchwork fight. People kind of hate it. They're like, oh, dude, why are you soft DPS? Your arms warrior is broken. Like, well, yeah, but this is kind of relative. It's fine. I don't really want to know if I'm doing super duper high numbers, but relative to where it is with another class. All being in PvP gear that's scaled up, that's fine. It's like scaled to 600. The enchant's not fun. Enchant transmog, I'm so looking forward to. After looking up some of the transmog, I thought that the mongoose hide was fake. Dude, lightning around the weapon as a Mistweaver monk with the freaking ghost swords. Oh yes, the phantom blades. Lightning as a monk. Yes. So really, it's just down to this. I have said that I will main the monk, but if I can't really justify keeping it, then the other guilds that I've been talking to, I'm making sure that none of them really interfere. I talked to one person earlier today that tried recruiting my pally, saying that he raided Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you know what, man, it's cool that you want my pally, but I can't raid during those days. Oh, what about Saturday nights? Nope, I've already got a raid right now. I might join another group. I might actually transfer my pally over to CTR on Airy Peak, which I ran into one of the CTR guys. I ran into him on a trial. He was moving from CTR, and it was so cool. It was like not one of the main guys in the podcast, but one of the people in their guild. And they are actually such a great community. It's not like a bunch of random people, because you have to apply to get to this guild. So you have to at least know something about the terrain. And when we died on a garage pull, I'm like, you know what? I blame Celestial on. Because like, oh, this dude sucked. Oh, that dude sucked. Oh, the Warlock did 75k DPS. Dude, don't blame the tank. Don't blame the DPS. Don't blame the healers. Blame Celestial on. The dude whispered to me, he's like, oh my god, I fucking love you. I'm from CTR. Yeah, dude, I saw your guild tag. That's why I did it. It's like, oh, I'm here for trials. It's like, well, dude, I hope you make it. It's like, I've been thinking about moving to CTR. It's like, well, there is no maybe. There is only do. And I kind of agree to that. I might change my pally over to CTR, and I might change it to human, because right now Dramatic sucks. They did change the racial for the humans. Instead of increasing 2 secondary stats, it now just increases versatility by a flat percentage. I'm okay with that. Versatility is a really stupid stat that never should have been placed into the game, but meh, who cares? So, looking for feedback. Like, really, I know at least one other person watches these videos, and I know some guildies might watch these videos, but I need to figure out what might be needed more for the raid. It's like I've heard from Fern, our raid leader, saying, oh, well, there's not going to be switching in and out of vaults. I'm okay with no switching in and out of vaults. I really don't care about that during normal, like during progression and everything. I don't care about switching in and out. If it's required for the fight, though, I might suggest it. Like, oh, as a monk, I really suck at this fight. It would be great if we had Devo, or should I bring my rep pally? It's equally geared due to the fact that raids are still accessible. I might say that. But right now, I'm still finding that even with how screwed up the monk is, it's not in a bad way, it's just different. I can still meet the requirements for everything I need to. If fire spawns under me very quickly and I can't really move out of it, diffuse magic. I really don't know what to do at this point. I want to play Pally. I want to play Warrior. I want to play Monk. I need to choose which one to main for the main raid group. I will never go to a group 2. Like, It's what I've been talking to these guys. Like, are you planning on doing mythic progression? Yes. Does your group run during the weekends? We have an alt group that will run during the weekends. Like, no, no, no. I'm not touching alts, dude. I don't play with no fucking group two. I'm not going to chance missing out on loot someone's alt who's just there because, oh, my main already ran this. It's like, no, I plan on doing mythic progression with whatever guild I go to. I know right now, because I spoke with Fern about this a long time ago, we're not really going to see mythic. Like, this raid team isn't going to see mythic, and I'm fine with that. I prefer having fun over like super hardcore progression with people that I know. Well, I still want to do it, so I'm still going to find group two do it. And writing applications, really fucking good at. I think I filled out 3 or 4, and they've all got responses. Some of them, they're like, you know what, this raid team. So it's always the fact that nobody has a weekend raid team. I am thinking about applying to Rectified, but they're recruiting right now, and I don't have the healer that I want to bring geared enough to go. I really don't think I can play, heroic level currently. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Fern, if you're watching this, would you rather me play on a warrior, on a pally, or on monk? Like the numbers, like once the 6.0 changes it, we can see the numbers. But like, what do you really want at this point? What do you want as a player? I can bring a pally, I can bring a warrior, I can bring a monk. It doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter to me. I'm swag enough on all of them.